I'm very happy to have this next guest back on the show. Super exciting UFC welterweight, the man they call D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez. And Daniel, so happy to have you back on. As soon as you're ready and out of the gym, let us know and we can start chatting, and hit the video button and we'll be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I'm ready now.
Okay, cool. So whenever you're ready, if you see that icon that looks like an old camera,
I'm ready now.
okay, and then whenever you can hit that video button and it'll get rid of that line, and then we'll have video on you and we'll be looking good. So it's the icon that looks like a old movie camera with a diagonal line across it. It should be below in the lower part of your phone or your screen. All right.
There you go.
All right, Daniel is still there?
Yeah, can you guys see me? Hold on, there's still a lot of noise.
Beautiful. Okay, we got video, and so all right, excellent, man. Hey, yep, all good, man, very good. Hey, I really appreciate you being here, man, and you're doing some hard training. Has there been any update and news on opponents in your fights? I don't want to break anything that's not out there, but I think it's already known what's going on, or is it not? Or what can you tell us?
I don't think anybody knows yet. I've kind of been keeping it under wraps. Other than the team, you know, the people that I'm training with right now, they have the full scoop, you know. But
right
as of now, no opponent. You know,
gotcha.
I'm trying to keep positive, you know. Trying to still keep my focus in camp. You know, hopefully someone will step up.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's not ideal for a fighter, but you know, it's the UFC. You know, someone's gonna want to step up, and if you know,
without a doubt,
somebody's opportunity right here. So
without a doubt, and you've been the guy on the other side before, where you've stepped up when someone has fallen out, right? So I'm sure someone else will. So the guy you were going to fight, a lot of people are confused. Was this a brother or a cousin of Khabib?
I think it's his cousin. You know, not really sure. I know they have the same last name, so
it's true. Yeah,
I could expect the same kind of fight style coming out those guys. You know?
Without a doubt. Let me ask you something, man, that I don't think a lot of people have talked about. When someone pulls out of a fight, do you believe that 100% of the time it's because some type of injury or illness, or do you think even at the UFC level, sometimes a guy will pull out of a fight if he's just not really feeling his opponent, like he doesn't really know if he wants to jump into that fire?
You know what, man? Every fighter is different. You know, fighters think different. Some are trying to protect their winning status. You know, I wouldn't want to say, you know, it's 100% sure. You know, he didn't want to fight me. You know, because I don't think that way.
Right.
I didn't like the fight style, the matchup for me. You know, I didn't like it. You know, I compared to mine. You know, I'm a primarily striker. You know, and so it wasn't an ideal matchup for me, but I still took it. You know, I don't like. You know, at the same time, I told myself like, hey, if I'm in the UFC, if I'm gonna be the best, if I'm gonna be a champion one day, I'm gonna be able to beat anybody and everybody. If it's my time, this is gonna be it. You know, and focus my whole camp pretty much on you know, takedown defense and countering his style, you know, and being prepared for that, you know. And the fight didn't happen, you know. But at the same time, it made me that much better at grappling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whoever steps up to the plate next, you know, just I'm ready for whoever, whenever. You know, and that has a lot to do with like I said, like I've stepped up on 2 weeks' notice. You know, and you know, these guys want to get paid or not. You know what I mean? Like, you want to fight or not, bro? You want to fight or bullshit? You know, and just say you're a UFC fighter. You know, so I want to fight. You know,
absolutely.
So whoever they come at me with names, I'm gonna say, of course I want to fight. I've been invested into this fight and camp and moving out to Vegas, and you know, it's just I'm in no position to not fight. You know, I ain't got no reason to not fight anybody, especially one of Khabib's cousins,
right?
Which I know is gonna try to wrestle me and shit, you know. So
absolutely. Where in Vegas are you training?
Right now I'm at Syndicate MMA. I'm gonna get some pad work in with John Wood. I remember I came out here. I came out here for my last camp versus Mike Perry, and Cowboy was out here, and that's the whole reason why I came out here to join camp with him. And shit, dude, it's awesome out here. You know, there's great training partners. Um, you know, the coaching staff is good. Of course, UFC PI is here. You know, it just makes life easier.
Absolutely.
You know, being yeah.
Without a doubt, who are some of the people that helped you for this camp at Syndicate?
Wow. Camp has been amazing, bro. Starting off in camp, Yair Rodriguez, which was the main event,
Awesome.
called me. He hit me up. He's like, "Hey man, want to come train in Mexico City with me for a couple weeks." You know, it's like the place was like one of the places where like I grew up on boxing, man. So when he told me that like Julio Cesar Chavez, Marco Antonio Barrera, Juan Manuel Marquez, you know, Eric Morales. Like when he told me some of these legendary Mexican boxers' names, that that's where they went to train. You know, I was like, "Fuck it, dude, let's go." So about 2 weeks ago, Yair got the word that his opponent Max Holloway got injured as well, and you know, so that sucked for him. You know, so I was thinking like, yeah, you know, it's a crazy thing because the place we were at, the lady there was saying there's like a superstition or like kind of like a curse if the fighter's up there, whoever goes up there and trains, their opponent gets injured. I'm like, damn.
No, man.
Sure enough, Max Holloway gets injured. I was thinking like, well, maybe not me, you know, and then bam, now my opponent gets injured. So that curse might be true.
Yeah, you never know.
Also, you know, I've been out here training. You know, some fucking great guys in here. You know, there's man, the list of names is like some of the top fighters out here. Like one of the main dudes I'm training with right now is Sean Strickland. You know, he's got a big fight coming up with Uriah Hall.
Yes.
And you know, Mike Chiesa is here as well. You know, a couple up and comers as well. And you know, just every day is something different, man. It's hard to pinpoint all these names, you know.
No, still,
but
that's
been an amazing camp.
It sounds like it, man, because iron sharpens iron. It sounds like you got some killers there, just like yourself, and that's that's what you need, man. Because you know there are still some guys in the UFC who are training at camps with their brother and their cousin, and guys that aren't real fighters, right? And guys who they can't even really go hard with. And it's like I don't think you can you can't really be a contender if you're training with just relatives of yours that aren't pro fighters.
There's levels of competition out here, bro. You know, and that's the reason why I came out here. I'm like, hey man, I gotta get better. I want to get better. I'm already good, you know, but like there's always room for improvement, you know, like and like coming here and training with these guys, the guys that I mentioned, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, these guys are killers, you know. But at the same time, I'm holding my own. I'm maintaining. I'm not breaking, you know. So, you know, and they're inviting me to practice. So that's a boost of confidence in itself, you know, because I feel welcome amongst, you know, these fighters that I'm, you know, telling other people like, wow, these guys are beasts. You know, they probably telling the same thing about me, you know. So
without a doubt,
it's kind of like a real recognized real kind of thing around here, you know.
Absolutely. No, it sounds like a really great situation. Let me ask you, Daniel, when an opponent falls out, I've heard different people's opinion on what the matchmakers do, Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard, and I'd like your opinion. Do you think that which of these things do you think is reality? Are they going to try to find another kind of grappling heavy guy like Nurmagomedov for you because that's what you train for? Are they not really going to care who they find, or are they going to try to be tricky and find like a striker so that would just kind of mess up what you train for?
In my honest opinion, I feel like they're kind of looking for someone to step up, you know. I've taken fights where I train for certain styles, and another fight falls out, but I don't really know, man. I just, as soon as they give me a name, I'm like, fuck it, let's go. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I wouldn't think they're purposely going to try to mess someone up by getting someone the opposite, but it sounds almost like whoever's available at a high level, that's who they have to take pretty much, right?
Yeah, you know, or someone that, you know, they feel they maybe want to give the opportunity to,
Right.
to actually be in the UFC. I remember when I first got in the UFC, I 2 weeks notice, and they're like, "Hey, you're gonna fight Tim Means." I'm like, "Oh shit, bro! Like, really?"
Right.
So it could be a situation like that, like a kind of like no name fighter, and they give him his opportunity, like, yo, like, chance, or
Right.
I'm a dangerous fight for any and everybody, So, like I said, there's some fighters out there that are trying to protect their record, or like like looking for easy fights, or like pick and choosing and shit. With me, I'm like, shit, whoever, anybody could get it. So,
Right. Would you have any preference, whether it would be like, say, a guy coming off the Contender Series or a top 20 guy ranked ahead of you? Would it matter to you? Would you have a preference?
At this point, this late in the camp, and then with the situation given, kind of willing to fight anybody.
Okay.
Like I said, like this fight camp, I focused a lot on grappling, but my striking is there. It's there. It's not gone anywhere. It's the same, except this time, I focus a little bit more on grappling.
Nice.
But at the same time, like striking is good too, because I'm getting work with these high level dudes.
Absolutely. Do you still have a strength and conditioning trainer? I think you've had a good one in the past. Are you bringing people you had in the past with you, or is it just whoever's over at Syndicate?
No, I got a guy out here. Kind of got a Muay Thai kind of approach for strength and conditioning, but it reminds me a lot of the workout getting back home. And we talked about it today. Actually, I was actually there today, and we talked about having like a good solid camp, next time around. Because like I travel a lot, so it's harder to like really lock down a solid fight camp, but I'm doing what I got to do. If I get an opportunity to go back to the BMF ranch, I'm gonna go. It's just
Yeah, absolutely. Cowboy's an amazing guy, and I'm sure he's a great person to learn from. And I know you've spent some time there, and now you can go to Syndicate, and you can go to the PI. And it looks like none of those teams are like holding it against you where you go. You can go back and forth between those places, right?
Yeah.
And then Cowboy, I think
it's cool. These are like good friends to have, like Cowboy's fucking legend in the game, It's like dope to have, to be able to like say I train with him, That's why. I'll go to the ranch. I can drop him a dime as soon as he's back in camp. I know he's getting it. I'm trying to help him get these wins. Too. So
absolutely. How much do you think you've improved over the last couple of years, and what do you think has improved most about your game?
Man, I improve every.
Oh, looks like we just had a Wi-Fi. Okay, looks like we're going to reconnect here. All right, so while we're trying to see what we can do there, we're always happy to talk to D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez. He did have his opponent fall out. I think it was Abubakar Nurmagomedov, who I do think is a cousin of Khabib. I got to try to get that clear. I think hardly anyone has it clear on which other Nurmagomedov is his brother. I think he only has one brother that's a pro MMA fighter, and then I think he has like 3 or 4 cousins. But they're all tough, like Daniel was saying. They're all bringing that Dagestani high pressure, power top game, with them, and so it's going to be absolutely a tough opponent. And Daniel is training so hard for someone like that. It would kind of be a dirty trick if they ended up throwing him some sort of like super sharp striker. You know what I mean, Adam? Right. But he'll be ready for it because that's his background anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling they don't try to mess anyone up like that. But I think it really does come down to sometimes they don't have a choice of anyone that would be a good fit for a replacement. If they do, they might even ask Daniel who he would like of fighter X, Y, or Z. But sometimes it's literally one guy.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.